Just give me a reason why you want me to be here. Hope I didn't waste my time. Cause in this moment, I'm down to ride. Let's catch a vibe. Nothing is promised. Just let go and we'll be alright. Oh, yeah. want me to be here. Hope I didn't waste my time. Cause in this moment, I'm down to ride. Let's catch a vibe. Nothing is promised. Just let go and we'll be alright. Oh, yeah. surround me. I got lost, but now I'm found. You're the only one that grounds me. Sweetness, don't you let me down. On the motorway, slow down. We got all day. Today is ours, tonight too. I can't wait to get there with you. I'ma need more than that. Oh, way more. And you'll never get me back. Oh, I'm sure. Come and go, and I don't need no more. I'm cruising with my girls, really they're my world. Guys they come, they go. I don't need no more. Cruising with my
怖いって怖いってちょっとやめて。いきます。
は約25分間の周遊船になります。本日伊根町では海の安全と豊漁を祈願する大切なお祭りが行われております。出湾巡り遊覧船は通常と異なるルートで運航いたします。
発見されたお客様は速やかに乗組または待合所係員まで
おい、痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。
わかめによさの入りによりイカを取るでっち上げで船と漁協関係などをご案内申し上げます。ごゆっくりおくつろぎいただきお楽しみください。また後ろに電気よりエビ線を巻いていただきますとかもめが船に寄り添いお客様世帯数約370人口約1300人
大体日本の真ん中とかって山なんだよ。
I ain't making it that easy now. Tapping out, yeah, I've given it all today. Stressed out, I ain't making it that easy. Tap out, yeah, I've given it all today. With the sunlight, these with the sunlight, gives me a glimpse of the other side. But honestly, I'm fine. She leaves with the sunlight, leaves with the sunlight.
Why you wanna go? Who you gonna run to? Is this love that I'm feeling? We've been rolling big dice, betting all and didn't know that love would pay the price. Did you ever think twice before you went to risk it all on one last time? 'Cause in this moment, I'm down to ride. Let's catch a vibe. Nothing is promised. Just let